All right. Deadman Stone Podcast, your host, Mr. Deadman, Becky, and SK. How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
I'm doing pretty good, Big Daddy J.
Big Daddy J. Oh, my God. Doki, SK, you have no idea what that... SK, were you watching?
I had no idea. No, I have no idea.
You weren't watching. Oh, no, you were watching. You were watching me play Doki Doki Literature Club.
Let's say no to that.
I'll go into that real fast. Just quick announcements. Look, Deadman Stone Podcast. Of course, you'll listen to it now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights, 9:30. Real Monsters every Thursday night, 9:30. Freak Show, a brand new show. Keep it going for as long as I can. If we get some good material. Sundays at 10 p.m. Why? Because I'm crazy.
How could you run out of freaks?
Right?
Never.
Right?
I mean, just Florida.
Florida alone.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? This Sunday,
keep that show going.
This Sunday, we could just talk about Florida. Yeah, we could talk about Flocka, the drug.
Oh, my Lord.
That just keeps it going. Game and Chill.
Oh, that crap's scary.
It is very scary. Game and Chill Tuesday, Saturdays, 10 p.m. I play games. Like last night, I was playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and Jesus, was it painful. That has to be one of the most painful games I've played in a while. But Bo Chapel and Toilet Wine Connoisseur, these two gentlemen recommended the game. And I always have to take game advice from Toilet Wine Connoisseur, right? And yeah, let me just tell you.
Yeah, you did a wonderful job with all the feminine voices that you did.
Oh, thank you.
I was quite impressed.
Thank you. Do you like the voice I had for Yuri?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God, I was cracking up.
Oh man.
And then when you had me and Bo come on and we were reading some of the parts, and I had to call you Big Daddy J. Oh my God, I was tired. It took everything I had to say it.
Yeah.
Big Daddy J.
Man, that game is something else. SK, it's literally
It's about to get good though.
Is it? Because
yes.
All right.
It'll be worth it. I promise.
It's a book. It's like an ebook, SK. I'm playing a book.
I'm sorry, did you say
You're
something?
Just trying to pretend like
you're laying the groundwork.
I'm laying the groundwork. Oh man, so the big better happen.
For the best part.
What did you read?
It does. What
did I read?
Writing poems.
I'm writing poems. SK.
You're writing your own poems?
Yeah, in the game you write your own poems. To I guess you're trying
not
to
only
flirt
that,
with the girls.
but when he said poem, he said it just like I do.
I
was
noticed.
so proud.
Poems, yes. That's how I naturally say it, SK. That's how you're supposed to say it. Poems.
I'm practicing.
God.
I've got my list of Becky words.
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah.
Becky phonics. Oh, we're so screwed.
Oh man.
Lord. Oh, and guess what?
What's that?
Guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
Collecting the money that SK needed to collect.
That money's long gone.
Oh shit! What's going?
Looks like you're screwed. I am going to start Midday Musings.
Oh, what? This is actually the first I'm hearing about this. You got the stream key and everything, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
You're actually gonna do it live?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
And if not,
sweet.
I'll record it and you can upload it.
Well, that's great. Okay. Well, look at that. Midday Musings. That's great. I've been wanting something like that. More material.
Yeah.
Man. Okay.
We'll see.
That's exciting.
We'll see how weird. We'll see if it turns out weird.
Turns out weird.
You know it will.
Mm.
And I'm not saying that one.
Oh, come on. You can say it one time for us.
Are you going to take a shot?
No. Maybe. I'll do it for you. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay. It's probably going to be weird. Weird.
Okay.
Weird.
Then I'll have to do it. Okay, I'll go get the American Honey. I'll go get that out. But we got 3 new releases. Okay. You can tell them about that real fast,
awesome
briefly, while I get the American Honey. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You know about it, Becky.
Well, hello.
Blood Pros, Better
I know,
You
I'm
Believe, Aberrant. Okay. All right, go ahead, Becky.
Okay. The first. I was like, really? The first one is Blood Pros, and it is from Patrick James Ryan. It's an amazing collection of dark poetry. I'm telling you, this guy, man, he can write.
Well,
I highly recommend anything he could. I mean, some of these, the first several of them
Who's the
were
author
previously
again?
published. Patrick James Ryan.
Ah,
The first several of them were already published by Black Bedsheet Books, in one of his books, The Night It Got Out. And the cool thing about that book was there was a story, and then there was a poem, and then there was a story, and then there was a poem, and it went that way all the way through the book, and it was really cool. When I read it, I was like, holy cow. And so I begged him. I said, please put together a poetry book. And so he did. And he wrote the rest of them, especially for this book. And it's really, really, really good.
so he wrote a book called The Night It Got Out,
Yes, he wrote a book called The Night It Got Out.
and that was about Jesse's sex life.
Oh, wait. Came out of
No,
the
that
closet or
was
got
about
out of the shed? What?
The Night It Got Out. No, that was about Jesse's midgets in the basement. He also wrote one called The Maggots Underneath the Porch. And that one's good too.
Lovely.
And then Bloodburst.
Oh, great. This is beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. But these are, oh man, these are really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good.
And it's
I
available on
think we should
Amazon.
keep him.
Available on Amazon
it
right
is.
there. Look at that. And I tell you what, if you were to buy a copy during the stream and show me proof in the chat or something, I'll gladly take a shot. Hell, that could be a running thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Anything to drink. I mean, you know.
Oh, I already took a swig, by the way.
The next one that we have out that, yay! The next one came out today. It's called Apparent Gospels, and it's available on Amazon.com. It is a collection of stories. It has Jason Norton, Mr. Deadman, Yvonne Mason, Thomas Malfarina. I always say that wrong. Mark Slade. Just amazing group of writers, and the stories in it, you won't want to turn the lights off. They're really, really good. I really love them.
It is a good collection. I like it too. Good stuff. Kind of like my
And
story.
it's a big book.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably one of the bigger books we've released, honestly. It's pretty massive. Let's see, you talked about Blood Pros. And then, of course, the Monsters vs. Nazis, that's coming out. We're sort of working on that a little bit more. Check that out. Probably coming out. Yeah, SK?
Ooh.
Oh, I was gonna say, you got some submissions, eh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at the end, we got we got enough to work with. And so we're going to move along and get the readings done, get the edits done. Tony's helping out with that.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a stick cover. Look at that cover. That cover's beautiful, man. It's
I
twisted.
love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's going to sell At least T-shirts or posters. Come on. That is great.
The other one that we have out is called Better You Believe, and that is by Tony Evans. And it is a collection of stories. And man, I'm telling you, this one, I'm ordering a paperback copy of it. I have to have it. It's a keeper.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. We had a great release party about it as well. I don't know how many free copies we gave out. We did. But yeah, fun times.
Yeah,
fun
and
times.
Tony is the one that started the Big Daddy J. So
yeah, it starts with Tony, Big Daddy J, and
he's a keeper.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. Okay, well, now with all the shilling out of the way, I think let's get into this tonight. We have toxic masculinity and PETA. And with the toxic masculinity, we're talking about like with Gillette, with the Gillette commercial, because it turns out there's more. Okay, you want to? I guess there's more, right? I guess something happened with it, right? I mean, it really did damage the brand. I mean, is that what's happening?
Well, you know, they put on a brave face, you know, in the immediate aftermath, and we're making lots of noise about how it isn't hurting their sales. But if you get a Gillette ad in your Facebook feed and you check out the comments, their customers are not happy.
No.
Still.
Yep.
Still very upset, and the comments run 4-1 against Gillette. You know, you still have people in there who say, yeah, we like the blades and all this kind of stuff, and we're going to stick with them. But, oh my God, they're, you know, and I wouldn't say the guys are angry. They're just done. But they're still get, you know, care enough to jump on there.
They're getting pressured.
You think who's getting pressured?
I think all this uproar is the men are getting pressured to, you know.
The men are getting pressured?
Yeah.
To like
pressured to do what?
To hate it?
Yeah, to not like Gillette. I mean.
Oh no, I don't think it's pressured at all.
I mean,
let me tell you, as a man, I can mansplain this one a little bit. They're not feeling pressured at all. There's no pressure in that. In fact, it's the easiest route to take. Because it's like, what you say, what about all men? Because pretty much the commercial, I mean, this is old news being, you know, repeated real fast. But it was like, men could do better. You know, men are toxic. All men are toxic. Never mind a whole list of things that men have done. Never mind that for all the bad things men have done some really, really great and honorable things. Okay?
Yeah.
They have?
Well, let's see.
You want to get out of this?
So women. So let's just say.
You want to turn off your computer? I mean,
let's go back 100 years. Or so, and women were raising a stink about getting the vote, right? And they got the vote. Who gave them the vote?
Men.
Men.
And then you were sorry that you did.
Well, I feel that way sometimes when I have to listen to my wife.
I mean, it's a right, and you can't always, you know, have anything to say about how the right is used. Just like I don't know, all of the rights. First, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, all these things. You don't always get to pick and choose how those things are put to use. That's how it gets to be a right. That's how rights work. So, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So some men are abusive. And who do they call who do women call when they're in trouble?
Men.
Men.
Typically, Men. Now you might get the lady officer to show up. But
you can't count on that.
Nope.
Because police forces are overwhelmingly male.
Yep.
Who keeps the light on? Who keeps the lights on? Who keeps the gas flowing? Who keeps the oil flowing? Who puts their lives at risk every day on the job?
Mm-hmm.
Overwhelmingly men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean,
you want equality in the workplace? Let's have female workplace deaths match males.
Yeah, because the thing is, the men are the ones that are working the very hard jobs, the difficult jobs, the very risky jobs. Look, I'm not saying being a stay-at-home mom, raising 3 or 4 or 5 freaking kids isn't hard, but does it compete to, let's say, mining coal? Does it compete to being in the front line of a battlefield? No. No.
In a drilling rig.
Shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the reason why men do that.
Well, I can tell you this.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't want to mansplain. Explain, Becky.
Yes, you are.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mansplain a lot.
I can tell you this. When I graduated from high school,
I wanted high school to be, or high school?
Ice school.
Ice school. Okay.
High school. Another word for ESK. When I graduated, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to join the Navy and be airborne.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I had amazing ASVAB scores. I mean, they called the house all the time. It was nuts. Anyway, I went down to the recruiting office, and they informed me that I could be airborne, but because I had boobs, I could not fly in combat.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know that has been changed since.
Mm-hmm.
And that for me.
Mm. Yeah.
If I can't, I just.
Well,
it's
a long-standing tradition to not put women at risk that way.
Right.
And there's an evolutionary function to that.
It's because we're perfecting it.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a greater, it's a bigger loss to the society to lose a female.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that the argument right there, definitely. And the thing is, if you wanted
that's the underlying thinking. That's one of the reasons why men have this protective instinct towards women and children.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they are the future.
Now, of course,
and the future makers.
Now, if you want to pilot a jet or whatever and drop bombs on a foreign country, well, yeah, maybe if you have the skill to do it, if you have the aptitude to do that, sure. But this is more we're talking about like toxic masculinity, Yeah, sure. I know women have had difficulty to get into certain positions or roles due to, well, I guess certain stereotypes and all that. But if you were talking about toxic masculinity, like the men.
Well, along those lines, to go back to Becky's point, and there could very well have been a ingrained mentality amongst the top brass in the military that, some guys may have thought that girls can't do that job good enough.
Yeah, that's true. It could be floating around there.
And I think that's probably how I took it at that point in time. I'm not.
And
I'm not sure that.
I don't know that you would have been wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it may or may not be true, but I've always been the stubborn jackass that said, just because I've got boobs doesn't mean I can't do it.
Right. And history has depended on women with that attitude to fuel every advancement.
Well, I've always said that there's only one thing a man can do that I can't.
And what's that?
And my friend says, no, there's two. And I said, well, what's the second one? And he said, write your name in the snow. And I said, I bet you I could. It might take some fancy footwork, but I bet you I could. And he goes, yeah, you probably could.
Take a lot of iced tea as well.
No. Yeah. Yeah,
I was gonna say pee standing up, but I mean technically you can.
I mean,
it's
you could.
kind of messy.
If you want wet socks, but
splatters but
no, the only thing that I know of that you all can do that I can't is get someone pregnant. So I can't do that.
Well, yeah, you can't do that. Not yet. But they're trying to find a way. Oh yeah, you believe me? They're trying to find a way. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
No thanks.
But then there are other biological differences when it comes to strength and things. It's been shown that men typically are, on average, stronger than women, bone density greater. It's just, I mean, you could tell. You just look at a female body and a male body. There's obviously a difference that hits you in the face. Like all those people that say there's no difference whatsoever. That makes no sense to me. No. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it doesn't mean
like La La Land.
I mean, the fact that you can find a handful of females who have a similar physique to men, I mean, you really have to hunt for those.
Mm-hmm.
But you can find them. You can find women who work out and are stronger than a lot of guys.
Oh my Lord, that's so
you
sickening.
can find those Russians.
Have you seen them?
You can Russians. Yeah.
You can find them. They're probably, but they're outliers.
But the point is that you have to go looking for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not a dime a dozen.
So let me ask you this. I remember a few decades ago when women were wanting to make their first inroads into firefighting.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that I remember they did locally was they had to make an entirely different physical standard for the women. Now, I contend that's bullshit because I don't want some 5'2" chick coming trying to drag my ass down 4 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
Why not? I'll grab a hold of your foot and just drag your ass down. Bump all the way.
I'm not sure she can do that.
Yeah.
I bet you I could.
I put up a lot of friction on that floor.
Take you to the edge in one shove. Down you go.
Just roll me out the window.
Man, you're right about that.
In a job like that, there should be one standard. I mean, if
I agree,
can you do it?
Those are, those jobs are set for saving lives, and everybody should be up to the same standard.
I agree.
And if you can't do the job the same as a guy, if you have to have the standards lowered to get in, that's cheating.
Yeah, I heard the same thing about handguns in the police force, that they had to change the standard issue handgun. Now, I didn't follow up on that. I'm not exactly sure, but because the female agents were having a hard time with the recoil or something.
on a 9?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I got to follow up on that. But it does go back to what you're saying.
Really?
It does.
I do know that statistically women are significantly more likely to discharge their firearms in the line of duty than men are.
Oh man.
Because
you have more accidental shots.
Fear.
Because the men are less physically intimidated by
Right.
Fear. By the bad
fear
guy.
being overpowered by the bad guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can see that. That makes sense.
So, okay, and actually, SK, this kind of goes back to your first point. Was that, or one of your first points, was that when there's a situation going at your house, or if there's a crisis and you need help, you call the police. You're expecting like a guy, like a dude to show up to take care of the assailant or whoever, especially if it's like a domestic violence thing, there's a fight, whatever. Because you don't want some 5'2" chick to try to restrain, to try to handcuff. What are you doing there? It's kind of weird. I mean, I'm not saying she can't kick their ass. She could probably kick their ass. I mean, there's 5'2" chicks that could kick my ass, but it's.
But you get a decently sized guy who's in a rage, and maybe he's drunk or maybe he's on drugs. So his, he's just jacked up, right?
Yeah.
On top of being already stronger and bigger. And, that dude's going to get his ass shot if two women cops show up.
Yeah. Probably. Shot, tased, all that. I mean, shit. Yeah. But, of course, the way the police force is right now, who knows? I mean, if the male cop, it might just be like, oh, shit, that could go wrong. But, you know what? What exactly is toxic masculinity? Like, are they talking about just the aggressive nature of man, like aggressiveness? If that's what they're talking about.
I have a thing here that kind of explains it.
Okay.
A little bit.
Does it explain it like on 5? Because okay.
I'm gonna hurt you. Over the past several years, toxic masculinity has become a catch-all explanation for male violence and sexism.
Okay.
The appeal of the term, which distinguishes toxic traits such as aggression and self-entitlement from healthy masculinity, has grown to the point...
Time out real fast. Self-entitlement? Just about every actor, every rock star has self-entitlement issues. Okay, just about every great leader has self-entitlement issues. Okay. What about them? They're not saying it's toxic.
That's
then, are
alpha.
They? Oh. Well, of course they're going to be alpha. Of course they're going to be alpha. What woman wants a beta? Right? What woman wants a soy milk drinking beta male? They don't want that. They want the alpha. They want the alpha. That's why romance novels have alpha characters. Okay, they don't have. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Well, look at Jerry Maguire, right?
Yeah.
So there were two main guys in that movie, right? There was Jerry and there was the wimpy neighbor babysitter.
Yeah.
Guess which one got the girl?
Jerry?
Jerry. Not the wimpy jazz listening beta neighbor.
And that's what happens in real life too, all the time.
It does.
I mean, it's. Let me put it this way, and also aggressiveness. Aggressive. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry about this. While you could say many horrible things, even right now there's crimes being committed, horrible things, people dying because of aggressiveness or violence by men. Women commit violent acts too. They drown their babies. Mm-hmm.
Women are every bit as violent.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. It's our violent nature, as much wrong and suffering as it has caused. But we fought wars and conflicts that changed the landscape of this world. This country was founded on violence. It was birthed in violence. That could be said by any country out there. Man.
Every country.
And somebody said most wars were fought because of a woman or over a woman.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's true. That's true. Okay, sorry.
It goes back to that Helen chick and beyond, before that even.
Yeah. Helen of Troy. Yeah. You know what? Can you imagine if that's all it was for the Iraq War? Was, man, we all did it just for a chick over there. We just did it for a chick. We just did it for a chick instead of for like oil and some sort of whatever grand conspiracy. You know, it's crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry, Becky. I did a timeout. You were reading. I just had to say something. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
Because my toxicness.
Despite the terms.
I'm just trying to dominate over you, Becky. That's what's happening. Mansplaining, dominating, and bullying you, displaying all the toxic traits.
I'll just tell you to shut up and keep going. I'll just tell y'all to shut up and keep going. Despite the term's recent popularity among feminists, toxic masculinity did not originate with the women's movement. It was coined in the mythopoetic men's movement of the 1980s and 90s.
By beta males.
Motivated in part as a reaction to second wave feminism. Through male-only workshops, wilderness retreats, and drumming circles, this movement
drowning circles? Or
drumming.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Oh. That's sad.
This movement promoted a masculine spirituality to reduce what is referred to as deep masculine, a protective warrior masculinity from toxic masculinity.
Oh, okay.
Men's aggression and frustration was, according to the movement, the result of a society that feminized boys by denying them necessary rights and rituals to realize their true selves as men.
Well, that's true. It's worse than ever now.
It is. Look, I'll say
one of the great problems in our current society, if I can, is that the K through 12 schools are dominated by women, with hardly a male teacher to be found, and any that are there now are all viewed with suspicion. Like, why are you a teacher? Were you some pedo?
Yeah.
Are you a creeper? Is that why?
But not the teachers, though. Not the teachers. The teachers aren't seen that way. And let me tell you, like, once again, I can't say exactly how I know this, but let's say over cases, you know, the female teachers. Oh man, coming out of the woodwork. Okay, but sorry.
As what? Sexual predators?
Yeah, sexual predators. Diddling on kids.
Definitely.
They do it too.
Hardly a week goes by that another news story doesn't come out about that.
It's sickening.
But
Jesse and I know a teacher, and he is male, and he wants out.
Yeah.
Because of how he's treated.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I don't blame him either.
No. And the thing is that these women very often have no clue how to deal with boys.
They don't.
They just want the boys to sit down, shut up, and be good little girls.
That's it. That's it. Boys and girls are different, man. They behave differently. They really do. They really do.
And they have no clue what to do with it.
My question is this.
Yeah, Becky?
My dad taught high school. Okay. 32 years. What the hell happened? What changed? Because it wasn't like that when we went to school.
Soy milk.
Oh, fuck.
Tofu. I'm not. I mean, what changed? What did change?
Yeah.
Huh.
Something fundamentally changed our society. I mean, it's just like, for example, we grew up, and if I sassed my mama, you bet your ass I got busted.
Right. So part of it is this: the people who were in the school administrations, and those who were advising school administrators, you know, they started coming in with this, you know, competition is bad. You know, it was a creepy crawly little subversive stuff you know, one step at a time. And I remember it started with, you know, competition is bad, so you can't have any sports where like there's winners and losers.
Yeah,
and
right.
that led to these participation trophies, and you can't play dodgeball, and you can't play anything where somebody might, you know, excel over somebody else.
Which is weird because, you know, I was in that. Blah, 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 I can't even talk right now.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's really strange because we did all that stuff and loved it.
I know.
So then all of a sudden we grow up and we're the ones that are keeping them from doing this. And I don't get it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really confuses me. And I'm not joking at all when I say that. I mean, back to what I was saying about, you know, if I asked my mom, you bet your ass I got my butt busted.
Well, you can't do that at school. You know.
No,
you can't,
I mean,
you can't lay a hand.
My dad gave licks when he paddled some kids, and that changed. And
I think I know what it is.
You can.
I think I know
part
why.
of it's lawsuits.
Lawsuits.
Yeah, but that's bullshit too.
But I think. Okay, hold on. Because let's think about this for a minute.
I can tell you this. If the principal had called my mom and told her that I was in the office and they were going to paddle me, I know exactly what my mother would have told them. My mom would have said, My mom would have said, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'll give her the first 3 and the next 3 are yours. I'm not kidding you. See, my mom and dad were both teachers. They didn't play that game.
My parents are hard asses too. And that's a thing that's changed as well, which kind of comes to what I'm about to talk about real fast. I think, see, there's definitely been a shift, right? But there's also, like, where it's coming from. This idea that, kids have a very fragile, like, how do you raise them? You got to be careful. They're very sensitive about losses and wins and how they talk to.
We were.
Oh, child abuse. So don't use the paddle. Don't spank them. That's horrible. That's abuse. You don't want to hurt the kids. You know, people can say, they came from the bleeding hearts.
Let them do whatever in the hell they want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Some people say, okay, for the bleeding hearts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also thinking, especially now, since we have all these certain feminists coming out saying, toxic masculinity, and they get that from their college campuses. They get that from the same field of study, at least close to mine. You know, I was in psychology, right? I have a bachelor's in psychology. And when I was in there, when I was getting out, was when things were starting to get bad. There's a lot of people, like psychology, that's science, has blossomed, has boomed. But even now to this day, I don't really call it a science. It's not really a science. I mean, I guess you know what? Not really, because you're just kind of like observing behavior, seeing people, and you're kind of going based on a pattern of behavior, what you see, based on a small group of people, a small sample, and you want to take that to the whole, to the population. So really, it's a science built on stereotypes and observations. But it's like, we gotta be. There's a certain psychologists that were very mindful about how you raise kids. They're very fragile, very sensitive. Start teaching that stuff. They start spreading out. I mean, I think it's
Dr. Spock. Start going back to Dr. Spock, and we don't mean the Star Trek guy.
No. No, I mean, I think it stems
the baby book guy.
I think it stems from academia. That's where I think it stems from, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. Of course it does.
Well, I can tell you this. I know I had a friend whose son was forged her name on a note to school. He was 8 or 9. And she found out about it. She went to paddle him. And when she went to paddle him, he sat down and mid-swing. Okay. And the child bruised if you breathed on him.
Yeah.
So the teacher asked him how he got the bruise. Mom hit me. Mm-hmm. It was the truth. It wasn't the right truth. It wasn't. Yeah. She paddled me because. Yeah, it wasn't. She paddled me because I forged her name on the note to you. It was she hit me. Mm-hmm. So they called CPS.
Of course, of course.
Oh God.
Where was the bruise at? Where was the bruise at?
On his arm, upper arm.
Upper arm, like shoulder area. Okay.
Yeah. And so they called CPS, and of course, they did the judge thing and the court thing, and the judge said no corporal punishment. Okay. Well, the dumb thing is that they told and explained that to the parents with the child right there. Okay. So now he knows Mom and Dad can't spank me. I can do anything I want. So at 9 years old, he decided it would be an intelligent thing to do to ball up his fist and hit his father.
Oh no, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You grab that.
So of course Dad can't do anything. So Dad calls
he
me
can do something
and says,
he can do lots of things.
You can put him in a hold.
Hit back.
Yeah, you don't have to hit him back. You can't be physical. You put him in a hold. You grab that arm, wrap your arms around his, put him in a hold.
Yeah, and then he's got bruises all over him from where you grabbed him.
No, not necessarily. Not if you do it. Not if you do it right.
Well, he would have, because that's just how he bruised so easily. And so Dad called me and said,
that's what they made it. That's what they invented duct tape for.
Right. So I went over there and I said, what did you do? And he said, I hit my dad. And I said, I'm going to bust your ass. And he goes, you can't. And I said, no, you got it all wrong. The judge told Mom and Dad they couldn't. He said, I'll call the police. I said, call them, because by the time they get here, I'm going to have worn your ass out. He was like, oh, okay, maybe I want to play a different game here. I was serious. I mean, that was so stupid. Why would you tell a 9-year-old child that in court in front of his parents?
That's one reason I like it here in Texas. I like it here in Texas. I mean, when I talk with the parents, I'll tell right in front of the kid. It's like, you know what? With CPS, we don't condone that, right? Don't condone physical punishment if you spanking and all that, right?
Right.
But I look at the kid, I look at the parents. I'm like, but this is the state of Texas, and it's your right to do so. So, but it can't be excessive. It can't be excessive. And well,
there's a difference between spanking them and beating the hell out of them.
Yeah, but then I also look at the parents. I look at the parents, and I'm like, now, honestly though, how well does this actually even work? Because the reason why I'm here is because apparently it's not working, right? Right? Okay. So let's come up with some other plans. What really hits him hard? Taking away his Fortnite, taking away his video games. Let's do that stuff. Do you know how to restrain? Maybe you should learn how to do that. It's simple things, simple holds. Like, does someone swings it? Sorry.
No. I was just going to agree with you, and with an anecdote from when my youngest daughter was babysitting age. She got hired to babysit this one little girl who was, as soon as the parents were out the door, she was just out of control, just total hellion.
Lord.
And my daughter said, knock it off or I'll tie you up. And the kid didn't believe her. And my daughter actually got some rope and tied her up for like 20 minutes until she calmed down. And you know what? The kid loved her from that moment on.
Of course.
Her favorite babysitter.
Stockholm syndrome.
That's funnier than hell.
Because she was probably the only person in her entire life who stood up to her.
My babysitter was like, do you want to play a game? And I said, yes. That's
oh my God, that was funny.
Yeah,
that is too good. You can definitely tell that is SK's daughter.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Becky. How did we
I'm
get
sorry,
here?
I derailed us.
Yeah, we got derailed. We're talking about the traits of toxic masculinity.
Right.
What are the other traits? I need to know so I can fix myself.
I'm so sorry.
Just need a scalpel.
Oh my God.
Is that what ladies want? You want us
Yeah.
just to cut it off? Just cut off the nuts?
Yeah,
No.
metaphorically, yeah.
Because it sounds like it. Because,
No.
Look, okay, you go ahead and read the rest of them, and I'll tell you why it exists. Okay, go ahead.
Aggression and entitlement.
Testosterone.
Mhm.
Oh, guess what?
Yeah.
It says being protective.
Testosterone.
Um,
Wait, being protective is toxic?
yeah, so it
So
says.
wait. So what do these people want? They want a man that, like, when the chips come down, he just runs away. He leaves.
He just goes meh and walks off. I guess.
So if someone
You're on your own, lady.
No doubt.
so you go on a date with someone, and the person gets threatened. Y'all get threatened. I don't know. Well, you just walk away, but like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to be toxic, bro. I'm walking away from this. Is that what you do?
Here you go.
See how much.
Never.
See how much respect she has for him after that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's weird. Okay, sorry, Becky.
That's okay. That's all it really says. Other than spiritual illness.
What the fuck is that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Spiritual illness. What? Is this a religious page?
I guess if you won't stand in a drum circle,
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. They were talking about the drum circle. Damn it, Jesse,
weird.
you need to get in the drum circle.
I liked it better when it
I
was
can
a
see
drowning
this.
circle.
This is bad. You and SK in a drum circle. Oh my God.
we'd be wanting to
Don't
play.
Don't they?
You know what's funny too? I'm thinking about the whole
Ain't it
talk.
got
Don't
it?
they do that in like their underwear or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Like in a tent?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all going camping?
We could. And yeah.
Oh dear God.
It'd be an
I don't
experience.
think you and SK camping would be a very good idea alone.
One of us would die.
Fun
One of
as
us would
can
die.
be. Come on.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I don't think
I
we
am
would
not
survive.
going.
We would not survive.
You want a camping story? A toxic masculine camping story?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you got one?
I do. Not that long ago either.
Oh what?
So my brother invited me to go camping with him and his boys.
Okay.
And they were like, I would say between like 10 and 14.
Okay.
And so we're at this place, at this lake in Eastern Washington, and we get up on Saturday morning, we fix breakfast, and the boys want to go down to the lake, and so we're just hanging around the fire. The fire's pretty much down to embers, and there's nobody around. So I say,
Oh Lord.
you want to do something fun? And he goes, what? And I pull out one of these mini propane tanks, you know, that you use on the lantern and stuff. I
God.
said, this one's empty, I said. And it was. It had ran out the night before. So I put it on the fire.
Oh my God.
See,
I thought you were going to say you peed on the fire, but you know.
no, you pee on the fire before you leave for the, when you're putting the fire out. That's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta hose it down.
Yeah. So we put it on the fire, and then we hid behind trees and waited for about 3 minutes, and then boom! It exploded. It extinguished the fire, but blew, embers and ash in every direction for 20 feet. The can flew up 40 feet into the tree branches and then fell back down. It was amazing. Now, girls aren't going to do that shit.
No.
That's dangerous.
They'd be
Some
fighting.
girls would.
They'd be gossiping what Becky said behind their back. Becky said something again.
Did you see how she looked at me?
Cindy has a new boyfriend.
I'm not the typical girl.
I was talking about the other Becky. Yeah, see? The other Becky at the camp.
One?
Yeah, yeah. That one.
I got a camping story, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah?
Is it toxic?
It's real short, but it's kind of funny.
Okay.
No, but it was stupid.
Okay, I think let's go a chair. Since we're on that subject.
Well, I went camping with some friends, and I'd never been camping before, okay? Well, no, I'd been camping before, but I'd never set up a tent. So my friend said, well, I'll set up the tent, and then handed me the tent stakes. And I said, where am I supposed to put them? And he goes, go put them around each corner of the tent. And I said, okay, so I did. Well, later on that night, the wind started blowing really hard, and the tent went flying across. It went flying across the campground. I mean, I'm not talking about in our camp. I'm talking like
a tumble.
Yeah. And he goes, what the hell? He goes, you put the tent stakes down. And I said, yeah. And he said, well, where did you put them? And I said, he told me to put them around each corner of the tent. And he goes, did you clip the little circles, the little rings to them? And I went, no, you didn't tell me to do that.
Wow.
Becky.
But it's okay. I mean, it's understandable. You were only like 10, right?
No.
Wait, what?
I was trying to give you an out here.
Okay. How old were you?
About 25.
Okay, yeah, this is a toxic masculinity story. Because I'm feeling a rage.
So, what good did you think it would do to just pound stakes into the ground?
I had no clue why he wanted me to do that. I was very confused, and there might have been beer involved.
Were they metal stakes? Did you think they were like lightning rods or ground?
No,
or
they were, they were the plastic,
yeah.
look like Dracula stakes that you're going to drive through Dracula. But he told me to put them around each corner of the tent. I'm did.
I'm surprised you drove them into the ground and didn't just lay them there.
He told me to put them in the ground around the corner of the tent. So I did. I did exactly what he told me to. It's not my fault that it went flying across the world.
Not your fault at all. You did exactly what he said, right?
I did.
And he didn't check your work either. So
no, he did not. No, he did not. So then after that, it was, we're going camping, but we're not taking Becky.
Oh, but you learned about stakes.
Yeah, kind of.
You know,
I learned about a lot of things that weekend.
That's good. That's a good story, Becky. Thanks for sharing. I do feel a little bit of rage, though. I got to tell you. I'd be like, Becky. I just remind myself she does represent all women. He was
exhibiting microaggressions by not giving her full instructions, and then being upset about his own failures and blaming her.
Yep.
Well, it is my fault. I mean, I'll own it. I mean, I should have said, well, why am I putting these around the corner? What do you want me to do with them now? But I didn't.
So we started because we're talking about the Gillette thing, right? With the Facebook, the comments. Now, do we have anything that shows that it actually has affected their stocks or anything, their business?
I don't think it's affected their stock. It's probably a little soon to know how the sales are trending.
Mm-hmm.
This article says that it has not affected their sales.
Yeah, but how old is that? That's a month old now, isn't it?
Let's see. I'm looking at stocks for 5 days.
Yeah, January 15th of 2019.
When did the commercial come out?
It was
January 14th of 2019.
Because it was up. It was high. Let's look at the whole month.
It went up right afterwards.
Yeah, because all the ladies are buying it pretty much. Which exactly what they wanted to do.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Sure.
You know I'm going to anyway, so you might as well say yes.
Yeah.
Who in the blue hell thought that this ad was a good idea?
They hired a feminist.
Who approved this?
They hired a feminist. No joke. They hired a feminist.
A lot of people approved it.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I mean, why?
They
should have known
outraged.
better.
For some reason, there's a trend going around now. Oh, sorry.
They live in New York.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah. Any publicity is good publicity.
No,
good or bad.
No, what I mean is they live in the people who approved this ad live in a basically a closed society where they only hear this kind of talk, and they want to go along with it, because to not go along with it is suicide.
Yeah.
So people are really talking about like this in New York or other places? I mean, really?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. That's happening.
So they are.
Wow.
There are universities teaching that are have proposed, although some of them have, since recanted, but they proposed making entering freshmen males attend toxic masculinity orientation classes.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, not kidding.
Yep. You got to learn.
I mean, what do they want to do? Just neuter every man?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at the stock, and it did go up, of course, after the commercial, but then went down. It kind of leveled out. But interesting though, it took a huge dip in February 25th for some reason. I don't know what happened that day, but it just crashed.
Gillette's a small part of a very big company.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's, if Gillette disappeared from Procter and Gamble, they'd barely notice, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, man. Okay. Anything else we need to talk about toxic masculinity? I think do you guys want to talk about killing?
I think the image you have on there now says it all about, where Gillette's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
They got these women's asses branded at looks like a car race or something.
Yeah. Which they don't do that anymore. I don't even these chicks even have those jobs anymore, because of want to be so progressive, want to get rid of female jobs,
Right.
That's crazy.
Women can only have approved jobs.
Jobs approved by other women. And it's crazy. I remember when the Formula One girls lost their jobs. Other women, Becky, maybe you can help me understand this. Other women were saying that they're being objectified, so it's no loss. They should be working those jobs anyway. But then the models...
Wait a minute, back that up. Because my internet dropped. I'm sorry. My internet dropped and I missed part of what you were saying.
Oh, not so long ago, the Formula One girls lost their jobs. They got rid of it because it was, I guess, objectifying women. Like the models that would...
How?
I guess, well, they're there as a prop, I guess.
Because they're pretty.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the ring girls are probably going to be taken out of, if they're not already. Ring girls would be eliminated. It's like you can't.
Stupid.
It's so strange, especially when the people that are affected by the job loss complain about it, but then it's like, oh, but those voices don't matter because
they disagree.
Yeah, that's it.
That's insane.
It is.
Frankly, I think the term toxic masculinity has become a favored term just that can be thrown out just to make men shut up.
Yeah, that's what this article said, that it has become a catch-all to just make everyone quit.
Yeah, it's not about having a better argument. It's about making the other side shut up.
Yeah. And try to shame you into doing something, just shame everybody. It's like, oh, man, I could go on another rage, but I'm feeling calm a little bit, but ready to talk about the dog. The dog Holocaust.
Oh, God.
The Holocaust of the dogs and cats by PETA.
This really burns me.
How much does it burn you?
Badly.
Okay. All right, Becky, then you take the floor on this one. PETA. Whew.
PETA.
I mean, I don't understand. People for ethical treatment of animals. I mean, that's a joke. I have an article here that talks about how many animals came through their facilities and how many didn't make it out.
Wow. All right, let's go to that.
In the last 11 years, PETA has killed 29,426 dogs, cats, rabbits, and other domestic animals.
How many thousand?
29,000.
Jesus Christ.
And then it breaks it down. Okay. And
they really don't want people talking about this.
No.
Yeah.
They really don't.
In 2012, 733 dogs entered the building. They killed 602 of them. Only 12 were adopted. In 2012, they impounded 1,110 cats. 1,045 were put to death. 7 of them were adopted.
Wow.
They also took in 34 other They also took in 34 other companion animals, such as rabbits. 28 of them were put to death. Only 4 were adopted.
Wow. That's insane. So it doesn't look like they're trying to save or be ethical at all. They're killing the animals. They put them behind bars. They put them in a cage, and then they kill them.
Yeah. How much effort are they even putting into adoption?
They're not.
It can't be much.
No, and I even have this site's great. PETA killsanimals.com.
They have $35 million a year in revenues.
Apparently they're not saving anyone. They're not saving any animals. You know what they do? Right. They spend all that money on what? On
those lunatic, those idiotic propaganda pieces that they put on.
Yeah.
And can I say this also?
Go ahead.
Every vegan that I know personally hates PETA. So it's not they're lunatics. They're absolute lunatics. They have no moral bearing at all. On the one hand, they want to favor animals over humans, and on the other hand, they just kill them, as many as they get in.
Hell, look at this. So 2018, they killed 71% of the dogs and cats that they brought in. 2017, they killed 74% of the cats and dogs they brought in. The number is actually lower now because it was when in 2011, as you mentioned, Becky, I got a percentage here, 95%. 95%. It was 97%. Oh my God, they're not even trying, man. They're just.
Do you realize that?
And they got in trouble for just dumping the bodies, the carcasses, just dumping them.
Do you realize that PETA does not believe animals have a right to live? Instead, they believe that people have a right to kill them as long as the killing is done humanely, which PETA interprets to mean poisoning them with an overdose of barbiturates, even if the animals are not suffering.
That sounds like some Nazi level shit. That sounds like something Hitler would say about the Jews.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, man.
And with $35 million in the bank, why aren't they starting some, ranches somewhere where these animals can go live out their lives?
Oh, that's too much money. Too much money. Way too much. How are they supposed to afford that, right? When they have those administrative
Make the adoptions
costs.
less. Let people adopt them. I mean, what the hell?
Oh, but people shouldn't own animals, right? People shouldn't be pet owners. Those horrible pet owners. They put their pets on leashes, put them in a fenced-in backyard.
So maybe it's maybe an organization that purports to be animal advocates shouldn't take in dogs and cats that they're going to kill.
Well, if they don't kill them, you know what's going to happen? They're just get ran over. They're just get ran over by a truck, or some asshole's going to breed them to be like, like dog fighting, fighting animals. I'm struggling to be an advocate for them.
Well, that's because you're not insane.
Not today, anyway. Not today.
It requires such mental gymnastics that you'd have to be a contortionist to even begin to sort this out.
Mm-hmm.
They have no adoption hours.
No adoption hours.
No adoption promomo and no adoption floor, but is registered with the state of Virginia as a humane society or animal shelter.
Wow,
man!
So they're just a kill. They're just a kill house.
It says they kill them in the back of a van donated. It's a donated slaughterhouse on wheels.
Wow. A slaughterhouse on wheels. I mean, come on, man.
It is not. The shelter is not accessible to the public. Promoted or engaged in efforts to facilitate the adoption of animals taken into custody. Routine inspections often found no animals to be housed in the facility, or at best, few animals in custody, despite thousands of them impounded by PETA annually.
Mm-hmm.
Since they take in thousands per year, where were they? 90% were euthanized within the first 24 hours of custody.
What?
Yep.
Man,
24 hours.
Not even trying. Yep. Not even
trying. Remember, this is the same group that had the campaign "Fur is Murder," and went around throwing red paint onto women's fur coats.
Fur is murder.
Where's the consistency? So it's okay to kill dogs and cats as long as you don't skin them and wear them as a coat.
Their founder.
Their founder what? This would be good.
Their founder says the right to life is most fundamental of all rights. It is fundamental because without it, no other rights are possible. How can animals be guaranteed the right to food, water, shelter, and protection when none of those things can be taken away by killing them? Then he said,
because right there, that kind of damns him. It's like, then why are you killing them then?
Then he says, he believes that people have a right to kill them as long as the killing is done humanely.
Oh.
They have a right to life, but it's okay if people kill them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That just makes sense at all.
No, not at all. The hypocrisy is thick with this one. Oh my God. It's great. Man. And of course, I love this little Wikipedia thing. So someone did this, right? I guess they made their handiwork on the Wikipedia for PETA.
Yeah, that's hilarious. It's gone now. I went and looked.
Man, of course it is. Of course it is.
It's too, yeah.
Of course it is. Of course we have someone in the chat, Austin Allen. He says, I went vegan for the health benefits and realized in hindsight hurting animals was wrong. I, especially hogs, who are very smart and process are atrocious. We worked at slaughterhouses and farms. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be vegan, be vegan. You know, no, this is coming.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I eat meat. There's no way I could pass up a plate of fajitas, but I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna pretend like I know it's. I'm not gonna pretend that it's not slaughtered. Of course, it's slaughtered. That the cow's being slaughtered. You know, the pig's being slaughtered.
Yeah.
I know what the slaughterhouse is doing. It's slaughtering. It's killing them. At least no. It's crazy though. Imagine if the slaughterhouse is like, oh, we're gonna house these cows and pigs and be nice and everything's be good and kill them. It's like, man.
Oh my God. PETA's solution to feral cats. The most compassionate choice is to euthanize feral cats. You can ask your veterinarian to do this, or if your local shelter uses an injection of sodium phenobarbital, take the cats there.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So
or just let them alone.
Yeah, right.
Why not that? Why is that a bad idea?
Because, you know, you get hit by a truck. They
petitioned to have a federal law, SB 1320, clarified that non-lethal programs be used to neuter and release feral cats rather than killing them.
Oh, because there's more money in that for them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's insane. And the reason why we're talking about this too, by the way, is because
oh God, this
is crazy. This is crazy. Out of all, you know, for everything we just said so far about PETA, they actually had the nerve. They had the nerve to go against to shit on Steve Irwin. Like, why?
And why now? He's been dead for years.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they picking on him now?
Well, it's easy to pick on a dead guy.
Why not?
Oh yeah.
Dumbasses.
This tweet here, just beautiful.
There's a lot of.
Did you read what their tweet said?
Right now I have the second one. Let me get the first one I had.
I've got one in front of me if you want me to read it.
Go ahead and read it because I'm looking. Oh, this is the image. Is it going to show up? Okay, here we go. Yeah, go ahead and read it. Hopefully this is it.
Okay, it says Steve Irwin was killed while harassing a ray. He detangled his baby while feeding a crocodile and wrestled wild animals who were minding their own business. Today, Google Doodle sends a dangerous spawning message. Wild animals are entitled to be left alone in their natural habitats.
But cats and dogs are not. We're going to murder them. Yeah.
Especially
Steve Irwin's actions were not on target with his supposed message of protecting wildlife. A real wildlife expert and someone who respects animals for the individuals they are, leaves them to their own business in their natural homes.
Did they not watch the crocodile?
Well, then maybe they should leave the feral cats alone.
Right?
I mean,
sorry.
The whole point of his show was to get the crocodiles and bring them back to their natural habitat. He was trying to prevent them from being killed. I mean,
I know.
It's so insane.
How do you get...
I got something to say about that.
Okay.
Go.
It's not nice. Can I still say it?
Please.
Yeah, say it.
PETA can go eat a big bag of dicks and choke on them.
Big bag of stolen dicks.
Yep, stolen dicks.
And that's toxic masculinity from a woman.
I like that.
Well, I mean, it really is because, you know, where did the dicks come from? They had to come from somewhere, you know.
Well, I found them. They were just laying there.
You got
I have no idea.
You got a bag of dicks over at your house, huh? Is that what you're
As
saying?
long as they're not, crocodile dicks.
Do they even have them?
Well, they must
have something.
Well,
I mean, nature.
I never mind. Just never mind. No.
I mean, do you need to?
No.
I mean, there's a male and
Jesse,
female.
No.
So.
Jesse, no. Jesse, no. They lay eggs.
Huh. They lay eggs. Well, they got to fertilize the eggs. Someone's fertilizing the eggs.
Jesse.
I'm just
he spits on them? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Look, it's not even a fair fight because Steve Irwin did more animal conservation in his short life than every person who's ever worked for PETA combined.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree. Oh yeah, he definitely has. Definitely has.
And you know, him quote unquote disturbing animals, they're not, you know, these are not little flowers. Fucking crocodiles and stingrays, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're dangerous.
And,
they can handle their own.
He showed them on cameras to get people to understand that these things A, exist, and B, you know, that they need to be, you know, protected.
Yeah. And one thing
he was there to educate people and get people to care.
Yeah.
And you can't care about something you don't know anything about.
Exactly. Right. And he showed that they were dangerous, but he also showed that, you know what, even though they're dangerous and you're afraid of them, you can, if you're very careful about your approach, you know, you can help them. You know, you don't have to. Of course, what he did with his baby was crazy, but I don't know what was going on there. Most people don't. They don't know if there was producers behind the scenes that made sure that the crocodile was in a certain way. Probably, you know, make sure it was already fed enough to where it wasn't just going to snap. I mean, you know what? Steve Irwin would be an expert in that. I mean, he would know, right?
Right. Right.
It's come on, man. What about you, PETA? What are you doing? You would kill my son's dog. You assholes.
You know, if my dog got out and PETA scooped it up and killed it 24 hours later, I'd burn that fucking place to the ground.
In Minecraft.
No, really.
With my mind.
My attorney is telling me to say that in Warcraft or, you know, you'd burn it down.
In Second Life.
In Second Life.
I can tell you this much: if somebody did that to one of my animals, I can tell you that there would be no amount of money that they could possibly come up with that I would not spend to close their doors.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Gotta make sure that they're taken care of.
Especially my kitties.
Well, they've been sued.
I love all my animals, but my kitties are special.
They've been sued for killing. They've been sued for killing.
They've been sued for dumping. They've been fined. They've been fined by municipalities for dumping the corpses.
Just dump the corpses where? Like, where do they dump them, SK?
In the fucking
dumpsters,
landfills.
Oh Jesus!
And in just side of the road, you know, just in a ravine somewhere.
Not even giving a proper burial,
or cremating or anything. Nothing.
Oh God!
Just stuff them in garbage bags and throw them out of the van.
Yeah. Man, like they don't even matter. They don't even matter. Look, man. Well, I'm looking at here. The PETA kills animals. In 2014, PETA was contracted to help remove stray dogs in Eastern Virginia. So they do get money that way, huh? They get paid by the state or something. I guess they get some contract deals. But local resident Wilbur Zarat, I don't know, alleges that in a $9.7 million lawsuit filed in Norfolk, that PETA officials paid children to lure his family dog off his porch. Now that's a crazy conspiracy. How do you prove that? Does he have proof for that? That's crazy. 9.7 million lawsuit filed because PETA officials paid children to lure his family dog off his porch. Insane.
Wow. I don't doubt that at all. I actually believe it. He probably just went up and asked the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, yeah, those guys, they gave us $5.
Mm-hmm. Probably. But, you know, I want to see... The lawsuit is pending and set for trial in 2017. I wonder if there was any sort of fallout from that.
I don't know.
Hey, y'all dig deeper into this. I'm gonna search real fast. I'll be a little. Let's see if there's something here.
What are we doing?
Oh, just
He wants to see if that lawsuit went anywhere.
yeah. I'm curious about that. Let's see about that real fast. Man, that's crazy. I hope it did. But that's something you would hear about in the news, though, right? Maybe.
You
It
would
could
think
have
so?
been. It could have been settled and sealed.
Yeah, an arbitration. Yeah. Let's see. August 2017. PETA says sorry for taking girl's pet chihuahua and putting it down. They said sorry. That kind of isn't that usually a sign of an admission? PETA lawsuit over chihuahua settled in Acomac County. Let's see. 7 million. The family sought 7 million. Let's see if see if they were paid anything. They settled for 49,000. So they got some money, but
They'll buy a bag full of chihuahuas.
yeah, right. They got a settlement.
Oh my God.
Which means
That's so awful. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Live ones, I meant.
Mm. So that's interesting. They got a settlement right there, which means that they had enough evidence to make PETA go, okay, let's try to settle this thing. All right. And they probably didn't have enough money because attorneys are expensive to see it all the way through and through. So they probably just took it and was like, okay, that happens. Oh, man. Yeah. But yeah, PETA can burn, man. In
Stop
Minecraft.
giving money to PETA. They're a bunch of dick-lint fuckholes.
They are, man. There's other organizations that do much better than they do. I mean, their thing right now is mostly on like veganism, isn't it? Like they don't want you to eat meat.
I know.
They don't want you to eat meat. Don't eat meat. Okay.
Stop killing cats and dogs.
Yeah, right. And here's the other thing. Okay, let's say you stop eating meat. You stop eating cows and pigs. What is PETA going to do with the cows and pigs? They're going to kill them anyway. PETA's plan is just going to kill them. They're going to kill them. They're going to be killing all the animals. Because I'm thinking, if
they're not going to kill them. They're gonna go live on a farm. Oh wait, they already do.
Oh. PETA wants to own the meat industry. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah. They might as well. I don't know what's going on here.
God.
Big beef.
Y'all aren't right.
Because
I mean, not at all.
Can you imagine a world where cows and pigs are just allowed to roam free with no fenced-in areas, and they're allowed to mate and breed? Just a bunch of cows everywhere.
It's called East Texas.
And it's horrible. It's horrible. Imagine if cows are running across the road like deer.
You got those motherfuckers in the woods out there. Those big ass boars, and they're a bit of a problem, aren't they?
Oh, they're such a huge problem that we have people by helicopter gunning them down. Gunning them down by helicopter. That is not fake news. That is true. That is true. The wild boars in Texas are insane. And they destroy everything.
Well, they're like the size of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Mm-hmm. A plague of pigs in Texas. I'm pulling up some stuff right here. Let me see if I.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. East Texas man takes down a 416-pound wild hog in backyard. Ooh, man, that's a big one. 416 pounds.
Whoo!
All right, let me see.
That's a lot of sandwiches.
Let me see a good video of East Texas.
Have you ever had wild boar? I have not.
Oh, I've
wondering.
I've had it before. Well, I had.
Is it? Could you tell the difference?
Honestly, I couldn't really tell, but
that's good to know. Because I'm assuming that these pigs, these boars that are being shot, aren't just left to die in the woods.
Mm. Well,
they're scooped up and put to use.
I would hope so, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play this. Okay.
Austin Allen thinks that we should all go vegan.
Of course. I mean, and that's your right to think that. I mean,
Wait a minute. Dead animals get the last laugh though, because the meat gives us ropeworms. Ew.
Okay. See, but here's the thing. Usually on vegan diets, there's people that struggle on vegan diets because they have to like supplement. I mean, you have to. It's not a solution really. There's people who die on vegan diets. Of course, there's people who die they eat meat. Sure.
Yeah.
If you eat all red meat, sure, that's not good for you.
If you're smart about it, I know several vegans personally, and they are very healthy people. So it's completely doable.
All right. It can be. It's not a thing for everybody. Let me turn the audio down here. I want to show this. I can't play the audio though. Don't want to get copyright, all that stuff. Let me show this here. All right. You know what? I could screen share this with you guys. Let me do that real fast. All right. SK, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Becky, can you see my screen? Hello? Becky?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can't see anything.
Well, I shared it. Just look. All right, here we go. Becky, are you ready? Let me know. It should be there. It
ain't.
Seeing the stream.
Okay. So no audio. It's just hopefully, or I think it starts shooting. Oh shit! They're getting the guns. They're getting the ammo. Okay, now they're in the helicopter. They're flying up. Pork choppers. This guy's whole thing is this. Look at the helicopter. Okay, little helicopter. It's going. And there's two of them. Wow. They're flying. Okay, I want to see a bunch of hogs. That's what I want to see. Really gunning down. Oh shit! They are. Holy hell! Oh man! Oh look, dude, there's like 5 of them right there. Boom, boom, boom. Man, this kind of reminds me of Full Metal Jacket.
Farmland here, is it?
Yeah.
This is a plowed field.
It is a plowed field. So those hogs are destroying the farmland. Boom. And here's what I have to say to the vegan. So we shoot the animal, then what? Can we use the meat? And the reason why we're shooting the animals is because these hogs can't really be contained. I mean,
you can't put a fence around, a 1,000-acre farm.
Yeah, and they destroy fences.
Yeah.
Oh, he keeps missing though. If this is a video, it's like, this is crazy. This reminds me of that scene of that. Okay.
Helicopter's flying backwards, by the way.
Yeah. You know what? I was dissing his aim, but he's in a helicopter and he's actually hitting them.
I was thinking that's pretty impressive shooting.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
I feel like toxic masculinity because I can't see the thing.
You want to see some hogs being hunted, huh? Oh man.
And Jesse's going, I'll show you some hog.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to see anymore.
All right. We're good here.
I have changed my mind.
That is, yeah, but it does remind me of Full Metal Jacket when he's shooting all the, the people. And all, woohoo! Yeah. Right. That was interesting. That was fun. That was fun. Okay, so let's see. Anything else we can say about PETA?
Don't give him any money.
Yeah, I want to give him any money. Don't give him any money.
They suck balls.
Mm-hmm. They're massive hypocrites. They're massive hypocrites. Look, they say go vegan, right? Don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. They're already gassing, euthanizing dogs and cats because they don't want them to be contained or put on a leash. What do you think they want with the cows and hogs once they get freed? Once they're, quote, liberated? Are they going to run around and be free? No. Domestic cows, pigs maybe less so, but domestic cows, they don't really know how to defend themselves anymore. Yeah.
And neither do chickens, to be fair.
Yeah, that's... Oh, man, chicken's a whole other argument now. Because chickens aren't really chickens anymore. I mean, they breed, like, clone chickens. They don't even have heads. It's so weird. These abominations. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Most domestic animals would not fare in the wild.
Mm. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They would not. Well, this has been kind of a cool stream. I kind of enjoy this. We just talked about toxic masculinity and PETA. And honestly, I thought it was
me to talk quite a bit too.
I thought it was gonna be raging. I was pretty heated earlier thinking about this stuff, but I don't know, man. I think doing the show pretty late at night, and I was like, I guess I'm chill now. Could have been the shot of American Honey. Who knows? But
didn't hurt.
It doesn't. Man,
it was because you didn't want to show your toxic masculinity to the woman.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I was afraid of that.
He's completely emasculated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dear God.
But tomorrow there's Real Monsters. So if you want to get some toxic masculinity, definitely check that out. What's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow is a very special show. We have a guest, and I apologize for not remembering the person's name who's going to be the guest tomorrow. But we're talking about the Villisca axe murders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Real, honest to God, axe
wow.
murder. Not Mike Myers comedy shit. Real life axe murderer.
Oh shit.
And was this a single case? Was this guy a serial killer? Was there more than one killer? There's a lot of questions, a lot of theories around this, and we will delve into them all.
I believe you. I gotta check this one out.
You know what?
What's going on, Becky?
I remember.
You were saying something, and I asked you a question?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't know what you asked. I didn't hear what you asked me. There's a guy on Facebook that wrote a book about his mom's murder.
Okay.
He and his dad were convicted of killing her.
Wow.
And
has he been a guest on the show?
I gotta well, I don't know. I've got to remember his name first.
Okay.
But anyway, she was killed and then set on fire.
Oh.
They got off on a technicality.
Okay. That's
I thought you said they were convicted. They weren't convicted. They were just arrested.
No, they were convicted.
Okay, so then they get
and then it was overturned because of a technicality.
Okay.
They were not, exonerated. They were released because of a technicality.
Okay.
A typo.
A typo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something stupid. Anyway, when
that judge is weird. Okay.
This guy, this was back when I was doing interviews for my blog. This guy wanted to do an interview with me about his book, and he sent me pictures
of his dick
of the crime scene, and you can see on the floor the silhouette of a body where it had been, and the fire had been around it.
Wow.
Wow, would you have that? I mean, oh my God, it freaked me out totally.
That's a whole level weird.
I'll have to find his name.
So you're talking to the guy who was released on a technicality?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know it at the time. Somebody suggested that, he was an interesting character and that I would want to do an interview with him. So in talking to him about doing an interview, he's a writer, he'd written a book, and he started telling me about it. And then I was like, oh, holy balls.
Well, whoa, this is going to be a whole level of weird. Just be careful. Just be careful.
SK can talk to him. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
Maybe we will.
On Real Monsters.
We'll talk offline about that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I'm putting him on the list.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
I'm not doing it.
Ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, press the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube. Subscribe and follow if this on Streamy. Just give us some
money.
Send money. Send money to us, not to PETA. Not to PETA.
No, not to PETA.
Yeah. Yeah, give it to us. Jesse will buy beer.
Take your PETA money and put it to good use by donating it to Deadman's Tome.
There you go.
Either that or buy our books, damn it.
Yep, look at that. Look at that.
Or both.
See?
All right, ladies, gentlemen, y'all take it easy.